flip like that, you know? I'd rather do it. This shit's from 4 years ago, bro. Motherfuckers is just trying to
but you got
jump on.
So look, that's so. But you 1090 Jake, so they like nigga 1090 Jake. Anything with your name on it with some paperwork.
Man, listen, they don't even gotta listen to me. I got homies that's in this live right now that want to come on here that was there when shit happened. I got a homie that's in Georgia State Prison right now that was there when it happened. He the one that told me not to get off the bunk. So motherfuckers that was in the dorm know exactly how the shit went. Bro crashed me in front of Troll, bro. It's like you get shot in front of the police. The police know who shot you already. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
So you try to say any little thing, they already know who did it. He did it in front of Troll. If anything, you put 3 other people in confinement with what you did. Nothing that we was already in that bitch and sentenced.
Yeah.
So it's like,
so
ain't nothing the motherfucker can do.
So to the niggas that's gonna be like, but still, like, all right, so explain what the difference between a grievance and a statement is, because niggas gonna be like, that's still telling if you write some shit out. You know what I'm saying? So like, break that down.
Your statement is gonna be whatever you initially fucking, I think like whenever the shit actually happened. I don't even remember if we wrote a statement or they just wrote it for us and like forged our name, because we all got cuffed up. Because I was one of the ones that got taken to medical, because me and Dude both got hit up. And the other 2 just got beat, and then they tried to say, like, when they beat the fuck out of him, all the shit that they did to his face, they said that I did it.
Yeah. So
a grievance could be anything, bro. Like, you got a sock with a hole in it. You got whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just a grievance is like a complaint or an appeal, or like, I don't really know how to put it in civilian terms because they don't really have the same shit in civilian court. But a grievance is like a complaint.
Yeah. So, all right, another question they're going to be on. So, like, did you have to write that grievance out, or, like, that was some shit that they came to you with? Like, how did the grievance even, how did you know what I'm saying? Because some niggas right now, they saying it's not a grievance.
I requested the grievance.
So, you did request?
I requested. Yeah, so normally if you request a grievance, you pretty much signing up to go to war with the police.
Yeah.
Because they know you're going to be complaining about something they did. So, when you go for a grievance, you're signing up to go at it with the police. That's really who I went through it with. So it's a complaint towards whoever's in charge of you. That's how the shit popped off. That's why I got my ass fired up by the COs. They came through and they hit me with the riot can of gas and burnt all the skin off my side.
You know they're gonna be on you though. They're gonna be like 10 that.
Yeah, but they on dick though already, because I can show them all type of shit. They're gonna be like, nah, bro ain't rap, but this white boy, we gotta get the white boy up out of here.
But they saying
motherfuckers is still talking about a smoke shop that I never even worked at, because somebody put my name on a news article saying the smoke shop got hit with a sting that I never worked at, and they, oh, you told on the smoke shop.
Yeah.
So it's like, if they sucking dick, they're gonna suck dick regardless. But I can show them this person, nah, he ain't do that. Nah, he ain't say nothing crazy. Nah, he ain't. So it's like, you know?
Yeah, nah, fact. I feel that, but you know, they gonna be like, niggas ain't supposed, any nigga that carry themselves like a street nigga ain't supposed to be writing no statements, no grievances, or any of that shit. So like,
Facts.
that's
100%. And you know what else they say? The second somebody gets shot, kicked, punched, flipped by the police, what do? They complain, right?
Yeah.
They say something, everybody starts marching around and fucking boycotting and tearing shit up. Anytime something happens with the police. So I said something about 2 other black motherfuckers getting beat by the police. I didn't even get beat. I said something off their face, right?
Yeah.
And I suffered the consequences of that. So what happens in a situation like that? Because we just went over the Kodak thing where Kodak said he was getting tortured by the police. What everybody said, you can't snitch on the police.
Yeah, so all right. So you gonna say, so all right, since y'all was already in jail, so you don't feel like that was snitching though, like even writing that statement out, like you don't feel like damn, I shouldn't have did that one?
Nah, because it had no effect on nobody.
Because y'all was already in jail type shit.
Not only were we already in confinement, we weren't in AC. So AC is before they figure out if you did something. So if I stab you in prison, I go to AC confinement. Then they're gonna try to do the investigation and figure it out. When I go to DR court, they're gonna say, nah, we don't have enough evidence that he stabbed him and let me out. Or they're gonna say, nah, we know you stabbed him. Yeah, it's getting 120 days in confinement. We already went to confinement for the shit. So he already got found guilty along with everybody else that didn't do nothing. What he could have did is been like, nah, this nigga, he didn't do nothing. But he let everybody go down off of some shit that he did.
I feel that. And also, like, so the niggas gonna be like, damn, so Boston Richey saying the same shit. He's saying that he ain't get nobody locked up. So, like, what's the difference between what you doing and what Boston
Hey,
Richey did?
Boston Richey's team just said, if Youngin Ace ain't a snitch, how come he's a snitch? Nobody give a fuck about Boston Richey at all.
Cause that's what I'm saying. They saying you picking and choosing. They saying with the Boston Richey shit, you label him a snitch.
How I'm picking and choosing? Boston Richey was trying to solve a murder by telling the police who to talk to solve the murder.
Cause they said with the Young and A situation, you didn't call him a rat, but he was giving a statement in the interrogation room. So Boston Richey and them people like you picking and choosing.
Young and Ace said, that's my brother fighting Jeremy on video. They said, who was shooting? He said the other boys. So if his brother and Jeremy are fighting on video, neither one of them boys are doing nothing. They not the shooters. They on video fighting. Yeah. So who'd he tell on? Them other boys? Them other boys could have been ghosts. It could have been Young and Ace's team that blew the whole situation down. The other side might not even have had a gun on them. We don't know what it is. So who'd he rat on? Jeremy, who was fighting? They know he was fighting. They watched him fight on video. Just like in this situation, they nobody fired me up because he did it in front of the police so he could go to confinement and get the fuck out the dorm. Makes sense, right? And then when he got out of confinement, they sent me to another prison. When dude got out of confinement, my people flipped his stupid ass for that same situation. And the leftovers, those that was in the dorm, my homies went to flipping them too. And that's the Jimmy going to war in that bitch. Now you gonna have the Zoes going crazy on Instagram. This is 10 years ago, 2013, 2014.
But this is the Jimmy Horay dude that you're talking about, right?
Jimmy got popped after he got out of confinement.
So where Jimmy at right now?
Either Haiti or fucking South Florida. I don't know.
All right, for sure.
I don't know where he's in.
So who
be keeping track of these people?
All right, so some dude named Byron just had his paperwork and he just made a page and shit, and I guess I posted it. So now everybody's tapping in. So if y'all see what's going on, some paperwork has surfaced. It's a grievance. That's what 1090J's calling this type shit. And people like Reese just commented. I think Reese in here, he said that you can write a grievance if you're trying to put a lawsuit on the police. But you know, everybody else gonna say, what's the difference between a grievance and a statement? You know what I'm saying?
You know why they're asking that? Because 99% of the people on here, they got the strictest politics, ain't never been to jail, never been to prison, never been to court.
Yeah.
Period. So unless you've been locked the fuck up, you really don't understand what's going on. Motherfuckers think because of Gunner that a plea deal is snitching. They don't even know you can get a plea deal in a case by yourself. So it's like, I don't know, motherfucker can't, you know? Motherfucker ain't trying to convince people. You don't like me, then fuck you. I ain't trying to convince nobody to rock with me. Whoever rocking with me, period. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about none of these rappers that got exposed. They just trying to, if this motherfucker did it, then I shouldn't. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Period.
Nah, I feel that.
How come in every one of my criminal cases, motherfuckers ain't got nothing on me? Ain't nobody posting the paperwork when I told the police to fuck off in my case and my Cody snitched on me? That's how I went to prison. Nobody talks about that. But somebody will be in an interrogation room for an hour and a half. Motherfuckers like, nah, he ain't snitched because that new song sliding. I don't want to stop listening to it.
Mickey True said civil versus criminal, the best way to explain it. What you talking about, Mickey? Why she say that?
Well, civil versus criminal, if you writing something against the police, I'm assuming what she's meaning is that would be like a civil case, like you're trying to sue the police. So when I wrote in the thing that I contacted my family and we finna get a lawyer, I was capping. We didn't have no money for no lawyer. I didn't even have a lawyer in my case. I was just trying to make it sound like, bitch, let me out of confinement. My people finna, you know, because there's some people that don't make a call and their family will show up at the prison. And, you know, hey, you need to let my son out. When you apply that pressure, shit actually happens. But that shit ain't happen for me, bro. They fucking gassed me. They fucking put me in the shower. All the gas went down on my dick and shit. I got burnt. They got me on video camera. They put me in the back in the cell. That was it. I did fucking 210 days in confinement straight after that shit.
So, but basically, so you saying that when you was right, because they in the shit, it said, so help me please and shit. So you agree that was you who wrote all that shit out?
The whole thing I wrote, bro. I'm writing to the warden. Like, look, this the situation I'm in. You got to make it sound some type of something.
Nah,
like,
yeah.
What I'm going to be like, hey, warden, I'm big gangster, but let me out of confinement. You think they finna? Nah. That shit ain't finna work like that. And they probably looking at my DRs because I already done been for confinement for fucking weapons and everything else already when this shit happened. So it's like once that happened, they boosted up my custody level to closed custody. I got shipped off the unit in a gang sweep. So they sent all the Bloods and Zoes in one bus back to reception. And then I ended up going to an adult prison. So I had to finish my confinement time at Appalachia CI. And then I got into more shit when I got over there. I was fighting in there, whatever. So that's how I ended up doing 210 days of confinement.
Nah, I hear you. So, all right, so niggas is saying, they saying that a grievance is still a statement. That's what I'm seeing in the comments. They said niggas is saying you ain't supposed to write no grievance or anything.
Yeah. Tell them sucking dick is still sucking dick. Are you writing a statement when you get in a car accident? Or you just letting somebody hit your car? That's what you finna do? You that gangster that when someone hits your car, you ain't finna go to the police department and get the shit you gotta write out. Nah, because you so gangster. That's what you doing?
Yeah. You know, everybody gonna have their side or how they feel about the situation.
Yeah, you know why? Because they heard I made $1 million off of this shit. That's why they finna, you know.
So that's why niggas,
yes.
so niggas is
this the thing that happens in life, right? People either forget about you, they come kill you, or they try to politic you out the way. That's what they're trying to politic me out the way. No, I'm gonna give you reasons why you shouldn't like him. He's white. We gotta stand up together. That's what motherfuckers try to, you know. Because they know if ain't nothing finna unite some people, is we gonna throw the race card in there.
Yeah.
He's white. He ain't supposed to. It's the same shit Charleston White be doing. He know how to get people moving. He know how to hype the crowd, and then that shit dies the fuck out.
Yeah, so yeah, but that's the thing. That's what's really fucking it up. Because it's like, nigga, 1090J, the nigga that's disposing the paperwork. So they ain't trying to see your name on anything. No grievances, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. So that's really like,
they don't want to see my name on no jumper either, making a bag off of this shit. That's what they really don't want to see. And who the one that hit you up about this?
I think Chirac Reyes hit me and sent it to me.
Chirac Reyes, right? Yeah. So I talked to one of them because there's two of them. You know that them employees at the Cook County fucking clerk office?
I ain't knowing that.
That's what bruh told me.
Oh, so
they work at the
Wait. So you telling me the people that's leaking? Hold on.
Courthouse.
So that's some crazy shit you saying. So you telling me the niggas that's leaking the videos?
The ones that's leaking this shit work at the fucking
So they work
courthouse.
at the jail. They work at Cook County. And how you know that? They told you that?
He told me this shit.
Two of them.
There's two. They do the same fucking thing.
Nah, that's crazy though. I ain't know that.
Whether they're clerks in training or whatever the fuck, they work at fucking Cook County. So they request people's disciplinary reports, and then they request the video that come with it. So that's how I knew Lil J ass really a freak. He really gay. Because they requested his incident reports, and they said, yeah, whatever the fuck his name is caught doing some gay shit, and then they requested the video. So
damn.
The motherfuckers that's pumping the situation is working for the courthouse. Tell them post a picture.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough, cause that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, you know, niggas gonna be on you for this though. Everybody gonna have their narratives about that shit. You already know.
Ain't nobody finna be on nothing. They finna make a video, try to get their clout up, and then they gonna see me in real life and want to take a picture. That's the shit that happens every time.
So look, in the grievance though, you had said that the nigga attacked you and shit. So they saying like even in the grievance, like why would you say, you know what I'm saying? Why would you say a nigga attacked you? They say even if it's a grievance, you basically saying an inmate hit you or some shit. Even though you said you was working.
I'm writing the grievance on what took place. The CO saw what took place. Officer Coy, that motherfucker was cool. That's the type of CO that'll let you go in the back room and beat the shit out of each other. As long as nobody gets stabbed, he ain't gonna say nothing. But it's the sergeant that was with him that really fucked up the situation. They watched him fire me up. He did it in front of them while they were watching. See, when my homie popped the Zoe, B-Dorm got two sides. It's open bay. There's no cells. It's bunk beds. There's no cameras. The COs were in B2. My homie popped dude in the head. Boom. Fucked him up. Now he's just laying there, jelly coming out of his shit. When the COs got back in the booth where they can see both of us, that's when dude fired me up. So you fired me up so they could see it, so you could go to confinement to avoid the consequence of staying in the dorm. So they already knew what he did. By the time that I wrote the grievance, he already got found guilty on what happened. So it wasn't they haven't decided yet, we don't know yet. He already got found guilty for this shit. You crashed me in front of the police. There's no debating this shit.
Nah, I feel that. So yeah, we just had to get your side to everything, cause you know niggas be like, yo, Reem, you always posting other nigga shit. So if 1090 shit, you know what I'm saying?
Man, hey, don't end it now. You got 3,000 people in this bitch. You better come up with some more questions.
I got a lot of questions. I got people who got questions for you and shit too. So I mean, shit, we can keep running that shit, cause like a lot of niggas is like, you know, niggas is hitting me like, man, fuck that. The nigga told a nigga ain't supposed to write no grievance. The grievance is a statement. So it's like niggas gonna be running.
Let me
with
ask
that.
you something. How many people said QCP told?
I think it's split like 50-50.
No,
like a lot of.
How many people like publicly said it? Like not comments, not anonymous pages. How many people publicly said he told?
Not that many.
I don't know one rapper that said he did.
Nah, niggas stayed away from it.
And he got a statement saying that he got shot at or something, and then he signed it.
It was something in the mall where he was in an altercation with somebody.
That was a statement. That was a statement on the scene, right? But they say he ain't snitch.
So basically, what you saying though is a nigga. So you basically saying you did give a statement, but you know what I'm saying? Cause you bringing up QCP statement, but that don't really change from the fact that, you know what I'm saying, that you wrote your grievance. That's what niggas gonna be saying. They're like, so I mean, you still.
Well, this the biggest thing, right? And I'm not gonna get on you about it because I understand you don't really know the difference between the two. I wrote a grievance, right? So the top of my paper, I'll show you right now what the difference is between the two. I don't know if you can see it because of the quality. This is a grievance. Request for administrative remedy, grievance. Then it's talking about whatever abuse. Part A, inmate grievance. Now, when you go to this shit, it says statement. And this is a whole shot at me and killed my friend, a black handgun. So if motherfuckers ain't gonna stand on this statement, a motherfucker cannot say shit about this grievance. Cause these is two fucking different things, right?
So let me ask you this then. So if a rapper write a grievance and shit, you ain't gonna make no video about a nigga, cause like, you know what I'm saying? So a grievance is cool, but a statement ain't cool. That's what I'm getting.
I'll be honest with you, I don't even know how to request a grievance. Cause a grievance would be like, oh, I've been trying to see medical and they ain't been letting me go to medical. I've been trying to get new uniforms for Vizzo. They ain't let me get no new uniform.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you would request that. When I emailed the Florida Department of Corrections, I said, I want copies of all of my disciplinary reports. And I put that shit out 4 years ago. So it's like, you know, I don't even know how to get grievances.
Yeah. So we got a lot of people in here. Should we ask some people? You said you got 2 people that wanted to come speak. If not,
I don't know, because I can't see if they on here though. They got a comment. I don't know if they on here because I can't. Hey, right there where it says Ink Spills 5950.
Ink Spills? Hold on.
Ink Spills 5950. See if you could tap him in. He was in there when it happened.
I don't even see bro shit, not gonna hold you. Ink Spills?
Hey, bro, request a live, bro. I don't know if he know how to do it. He in the comments though, if you scroll up.
Yeah, I don't see him in the comment. My shit going crazy. Tell bro to send me a request. I don't know.
You see BKA Bolo?
BKA Bolo, hold on, let me check. Nah, but tell them if they send a request.
Man, you gotta scroll. Hey, Brando, send a request to the live.
Or spam comment type shit.
Or just keep commenting that shit.
Whichever one comes first. You said Ink and what's the other nigga name?
Ink said he did. Ink said he did request it.
Let me see type shit. Ink
Spills 5950. And BKA Bolo requested this shit too. They in the comments right now, like they like the first comments.
I think you see him because you follow him type shit or something. I don't know.
You probably just got to scroll down to the beginning.
Man, them shits, I ain't seeing them shits. If they requested, you know what I'm saying? I don't see them in the request either, though. Man. I see my nigga Ken Ak47 in this bitch, Setty Nash in this bitch.
I fought with both of them. BKA, Bolo, and Ink Spills. I'll probably have to go live, ain't it?
Yeah. Well, we'll just, I see Ink Spills. Ink by Ghost, Ink Spills.
Yeah, bring him in.
All right, for sure.
This somebody that was dead when it happened.
He was locked in. He was locked up with you when this shit happened.
Man, he was in the dorm with me, bro. This who was popping his holes when I got took out the dorm. This the homie. Sure. I done interviewed him on my shit already.
Bring me the lighter.
What up?
Yo.
Good practice.
What's up? What's up?
Yo,
what's up? Hey, tell him how this shit went, bro.
I don't like this shit, blood. I don't like this shit. I don't like none of this shit, blood. Man, nigga just talking right now. Out here, all these niggas talking, blood. I'm looking at the common blood niggas just talking. What they want to know, though?
So
what I really want to know? Hey, yeah, man, I'm a chain gang legend, homie.
For sure, for sure. So, all right. So basically, what's going on to everybody that came in late? So some paperwork surfaced, or no, a grievance surfaced, and 1098 he admitted he wrote the grievance or whatever. So now everybody's saying that fuck all that. Any grievances, any statements and shit, all that shit is considered snitching. So like, how do you feel about like, you know, niggas writing out grievances, or like, what's the difference between a grievance and a statement?
Look, I got a life sentence right now. That's like saying I can't appeal my case. Nigga, when you get found guilty or anything like that, you got to do some type of paperwork to beat what you got sentenced to. If you got convicted of anything that got some type of motherfucking mishap, technicality into where you can beat it, that's what you're supposed to do. And that's all blood did by writing the agreement. That's all the agreements mean while you in Florida prison. That's all that shit mean.
Yeah. So like, you will write a grievance and shit, and niggas will be like, nah, that ain't no stitching shit, or have you ever?
Like, I done wrote grievances on shit like when I got found with knives and shit. I wrote grievances to get my DRs thrown out and shit like that. I wrote all type of grievances. It depends the situation and everything. But in the day, when blood got popped, when he got fired, hold on, let me go to the room quick.
When blood he in prison right now. He got a life sentence.
Yeah.
That's what he just said. He got a life sentence.
Yeah, all right, for sure.
Yeah,
you sure ain't got no service.
This really one of them homies, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
really one of them. Yeah.
What's happening?
Nah, you
said what?
But we can hear you type shit. Yeah, I can hear you.
You hear me now? Man, when that shit pop off, shit, man, blood got fired up on the bunk. I was 3 bunks down from blood. When he got popped, mind you, the zoes in the dorm, they was scared. So the nigga fired blood up on some scared shit, trying to check out the dorm, cause we finna pop their ass in the morning, going to chow hall. So when blood get popped, I told him, man, just beat back. The nigga who fired blood up, go in front of the booth, weigh the police down type shit. So when all that shit go on, the homie Jamaica fired the other nigga up, the nigga Mark Cherry put a big ass hole in Mark Cherry head, the other old nigga and shit. So when that shit happened, the police come in, shake us down, pat everybody down, take everybody's shirts off, make sure everybody ain't stabbed and shit like that. And while all that shit going on, they find out they seen blood was leaking and shit. They take them to the hole. They go, when you first go to the box, it's called administration confinement. That's the investigation. That's why you do 120, 180 days. You pin the investigation and shit. While they doing their research and shit, see what happened. So to clear the paperwork up, so the police ain't gotta do that much paperwork. They'll just write it to where like, okay, they gonna say we fighting and shit, just so they ain't gotta do all the paperwork. So once you get your motherfucking DR and shit, that's when you get found, you go to DR because you get found guilty. That's when you start to agree procedure because you're trying to appeal. You trying to appeal your conviction. You trying to appeal what you got found guilty for. So all he doing is rewriting what the fucking DR said. So how you snitching?
Hey, Remo, you know what I forgot to tell you too? You hear me?
Yeah, what up?
Dude, that 5 when we went to confinement, they put me on the top tier. They put him in the bottom tier, right under my cell, in the room of my homie CT. Homie CT was taking his food and all that shit. So he checked out the dorm just to get it sorted downstairs. I'm yelling down to CT, man, hey, man, flip his ass, take that shit. Take all of his shit, starving his ass. Then the other one, Mark Cherry, got put in the dorm with Yella, one of the big ass homies. He downstairs, he's scared as fuck. Like, bro. And then, homie that's on here right now is firing up the rest of the hoes in the door. So it's
Yeah,
like,
you got the
like you
video
know,
type shit. Yeah, so you asked
I
me,
got
so
the
look, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure it out, cause like we always been told any type of statements, any type of cooperating with the police, whether it's, you know what I'm saying. But now some niggas is saying that a grievance is cool, so I'm like, all right, so niggas, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm not a street nigga, no, I'm a civilian, so I'm looking at it like I ain't never wrote no statements or none of that shit. So I'm saying, so a nigga can write a grievance, but I can't write a statement, and nigga, that's cool, and that's basically what bro saying at the bottom, right?
it's like how he explained it. He got a life sentence, right? If he appeals his life sentence, that's the equivalent of what a grievance would be. You're fighting what they said that they put on you. So if you say, nah, this didn't happen and this is how I'm trying to reverse this situation, you fighting it. You see what I'm saying? But in prison, you finna file a grievance to fight your DR to try to reverse your DR.
Oh yeah. Yeah, niggas, you know, people gonna have what they gonna feel how they feel about it, cause some people, it's like some people saying a grievance is cool, and then I'm seeing other niggas they like fuck that, a grievance is still snitching. You shouldn't do none of that shit. So you know, people gonna feel how they feel.
And click on their picture, bro, and see what the fuck they look like. You're gonna be like, I don't even know why I'm reading this comment. See, like how you said how you ain't in the streets and shit.
Yeah.
I respect that, but you got motherfuckers that live just like you and be gangsters fucking them comments. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how motherfucker going? You ain't going off that shit, bro.
Yeah. I feel that.
Hey, see if you can bring BKA Bolo.
BK, tell him request. If he requested, I'll see
Yeah,
him.
he requested it. BKA Bolo.
Alright.
We're breaking blood.
Yo.
What's up?
What
Hey,
up?
so what happened, bro?
I had just got to Lancaster when all this shit happened, but I had knew you from previous camps, whatever, and bro, right when I touched down, everybody. Okay, so Jamaica was one of our other homeboys in the dorm, my brother, and he smacked one of the zoes and left like a gunshot in the back of his head, right?
So 1090 smacked the Zoe? That's what you said?
Nah, the homie Jamaica popped his old.
Yeah.
All right, for sure.
The homie Jamaica, he fired him up with a fucking master lock that was like 5 sizes the size of this. So when we went to medical, the nurse was like, it looked like he got shot. He had a hole in his head like this here.
That shit was nasty. That
But the man had jelly shit.
There was only like one of his brothers in the dorm, so he had ran to the window. He started checking in basically, and he smacked Cherry because right in front of the window is a water fountain, and he acted like he was going to get some water, like waved the CO down, and then turned around and smacked him.
So that's how I got. My bunk was literally right next to the water fountain, right next to the booth, and he crashed me in front of Troll. Mind you, if he didn't do that,
was the first one.
If he didn't do that, nobody would have went to confinement for the other one getting fired up because they didn't see that shit. They only figured that out because they started searching everybody once they seen him crash out.
Yeah, man. So, you know, people still gonna have they thoughts and opinions on how shit went. So it's really just gonna be how everybody feel about that shit. But me personally, like, I'm still just trying to figure it out because niggas is on me like, bro, Reem, you being soft on him. I'm like, what more y'all want me to say? Bro said he wrote a grievance.
Bro, they want you to shoot me, bro. They're not gonna be satisfied until, you know, like
it's like what more they want. Bro said he wrote, so it's really on everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, so all right, so for sure. So like niggas saying that you shouldn't be writing no statements and nothing, no grievances and shit. Like if anybody considers themselves a street nigga and shit, y'all not supposed to cooperate with the police at all. So like they saying even the grievance shit is fool. What you respond to the people who say that?
Man, grievances must be snitching. Car accidents must be snitching. Fucking, I don't know. If you see somebody get killed by the police and you repost the video on Instagram saying the police need to get locked up, that must be snitching. If you Kodak Black and you said the COs tortured you, that must be snitching. What else?
A grievance to a DR is an appeal. That's what it is.
Like where are we cutting it off at? You know, because I can name a whole lot of people that done did some shit saying the police need to get locked up, police need to get fired, but they black. But then when you got me, they're gonna view it differently. Nah, the white boy, nah, that's snitching. But if he do it, nah, it's, you know?
I don't know, because it seems like this year, I've been calling 2023 the year of the rat. Because I feel like everybody been getting exposed of some form, or even if niggas don't say, because some niggas seem like some people beat the snitching allegations, and then some people, that shit holding more weight on their shit. So like, even like you saying it's a grievance and shit, and I feel like even with the Boston Richey shit, let's go back to that. People gonna be saying, so like, how can you call Boston Richey a snitch if you never really got nobody arrested? And you know what I'm saying? You saying you ain't getting nobody arrested either, so like, what's the difference?
In what case? If you read his paperwork from his Grand Theft Auto case, he told the police his two homeboys knew that the car was stolen. He told them that when they got in. In the paperwork, it says his two homeboys got arrested.
So you debunking it. So he did get people locked up type shit is what you saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's what his
what the paperwork said. But he said he was spinning the police. That ain't never happened. So niggas is saying like,
yeah, but you're talking about the murder case. There was two cases.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then the co-defendant in that other case DM'd me and said that he snitched, and then went on Say Cheese and said, nah, ain't nothing happened. Like,
yeah.
You know? Motherfuckers gonna run with whatever they gonna run with.
See who else we got up in here, man, before we get up off this shit.
They said add K-Frog.
Who is that? Send me the
he another Florida prison YouTuber. He's been inside of the Florida Department of Corrections.
Tell him to send it. I don't see it. K-Frog.
Hey, K-Frog, they said request a thing if you still in there. I just seen somebody that said bring K-Frog in. I don't know if he's still in there. But it's like I told you, bro, they still saying I told on the smoke shop I never worked at because somebody made a fake video on YouTube and then they deleted it. But what they put stays. It stays on the internet. So then motherfuckers be like, oh, didn't he snitch on the smoke shop? That I never worked at. And then if you Google the smoke shop, they said it was. It's two Indians that got locked up. So it's like, you can't win if they don't want you to win. The internet undefeated. But motherfuckers in real life, it's never that.
Nah, I feel that. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it really ain't really too much really to talk about unless old boy wanna come on here, I'll add him up and shit. But for everybody,
he in the comments right now. His shit's KFrog_100.
K-Frog, send me the request. There's a lot going on. I can't see it, but if you send it to me, I could add you on here for sure. You said you follow my nigga King AK47. Let me add him on here. Man. See what he got.
Follow AK.
AK, hop on here, man. I need your perspective, bro.
And I know can't nobody in Cali say nothing because Greedo's fine, right? Yo,
man, what the fuck going on, man? Hey, Rebo, what up, Jake, bro?
What up, nigga?
You know my deal going hard, nigga. What's going on?
What you in the dark?
Huh? I'm outside. You know, big ass. We ain't gonna say too much though, but
yeah, don't do that. What's up though?
Man, what the fuck going on? Nigga talking about your boy, Jake. I'm like, man, what happened, man?
They trying again, bro. They trying again. They keep trying to politic me out the situation.
No, what happened though? Like they talk about you wrote a grievance or some shit?
Yeah, I wrote a grievance in prison on some shit that happened when I got fired up, and the police beat the fuck out of everybody in the situation.
Now I know the difference between the grievance. Niggas in jail write grievances all the time, man. And COs ain't giving me shit. Whoop-de-whoop. But what did you say to that motherfucker though?
I said, dude fired me up. They took us to the back.
Wait, you said
the police
his
said,
name?
Huh?
You said his name?
Yeah, I wrote everything that was in the DR that I had. Everything in there.
You said dude fires you up to what?
Dude fired me up, and then the police beat the fuck out of everybody in the back room. But half of what they said happened was we all attacked each other when none of that shit happened. There was 4 people involved. Only one person did something. So dude crashed me in front of the COs. So they watched the whole thing go down. But then they try to say I hit him back with a fucking rock or a brick or whatever, and they try to say 2 other people did something that never happened. So we all got sentenced to this shit. We went to DR court. We all got 120 days of confinement, and then I wrote a grievance after, saying none of that shit happened.
Jake, man, you said his name, bro. You know what they about to say, bro.
What are they gonna say?
They gonna say you a rat, bro. You don't know this? You know this, bro.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna stand.
You said the nigga name
So
ain't go. So wait, you
AK, so you saying you can write a grievance, but if you don't mention the person in the grievance, then it ain't right.
hell,
How
So
you
you
going?
saying
How
that ain't right.
you going? All right. So if you get shot right in front of the police, you get shot, but then they put you. Mind you, who shot you? Just shot you in front of the police, right? But you catch a case off of this shit, and you appeal the case, and it says in the paperwork this dude shot you. So you repeat what's already written over here. They got this written already. He already got sentenced for this shit. So you repeat, I was shot by so-and-so in front of the fucking police, but then they said I did this, and I never did this. They already got him, sentenced him, watched the whole fucking thing. You just repeated what's in the initial statement. So if you read the DR, what I said in the grievance is in the DR, except for when they said that I flipped this dude and then this one flipped the other one.
No, I see what you said, but you really should have said I got hit in the head. I don't remember who the fuck hit me. You feel me?
They
already
watched this shit happen. So when the shit first happened, he already fired me up. When you go to confine, because you ain't never been to prison, right? Or you did?
I've been to jail.
When you go to prison, if you pop somebody, you go to prison, or you go to confinement, you sit in AC confinement, which is like jail. You sit in there until you go to court, which is disciplinary court or whatever. Once you go there, they're going to say, all right, you good, you get out of confinement, or they find you guilty. We all already got found guilty. So a motherfucker ain't get fired up and say, oh, he just fired me up. No, you already did it in front of Troll. I didn't have to say shit. They cuffed us up, took us all to confinement. Mind you, 3 of us went to confinement off of what dude did. No one else did nothing. The 2 other ones that got picked up didn't do shit. One had a hole in his head because my brother popped him and the COs didn't see it. But because of what he did, all of us went down for the shit. So we all go to confinement. We all get hit with 120 days. And then I wrote a grievance to appeal the shit. But the fucking shit didn't do nothing. And then the COs gassed the fuck out of me.
So I know what you said. Basically, you said you ain't tell on the motherfucker you already got in trouble. Like a lot of niggas be like, man, he hit me when they don't know.
Man, I got in trouble. We all already had got in trouble and all already had got sentenced to 120 days of confinement.
No, that's true. That's true. I thought we weren't supposed to put people names and shit though. Even if it was true.
I'm filing a grievance on what's already a disciplinary report. So you have to put every fucking name in it. Otherwise, you're not even gonna beat the grievance on the grounds that you didn't fill out the grievance properly. You gotta put what CEOs was there, what captain was there, what dormant was in, all that.
Did you beat the grievance? You beat it?
Hell no, I didn't beat the fucking grievance. The CEOs came, tried to buck me on my food trays, wouldn't give me no food, and they gassed the fuck out of me. So I got hit with 60 more days off of that shit, and then ended up doing the whole 210. I didn't beat shit. I went to war with the police off of the grievance.
So basically, the grievance was for nothing.
It didn't help me.
So you couldn't have said, oh, I just got a question. You know, I fuck with you though. These motherfuckers did me talk about your boy this, your boy that. So if you couldn't have put like I got hit in the head, because I'm assuming you got hit in the head, right? You couldn't put I got hit in the head. I can't remember what the fuck happened. All I know is I got hit in the head.
Man, I put exactly what was in the DR. What was in the DR is what I put. That was already in the DR. It was already sealed and done. We already got sentenced to the DR.
This shit crazy, man. Remo, man, you looking confused, man. What's your take on this, Remo?
I'm trying to figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, let me add King AK in here. You know what I'm saying? He gonna press him harder than when I can't.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And you know, this is my boy right here. I fuck with Jay. I feel like saying a nigga name bogus as hell. But at the same time, it ain't like he told some shit that didn't happen, you know, that they didn't know. Like this snitching to me. If you get shot, they don't know who shoot you, and you say, hey, he shot me. You feel me? Now you getting them going with their investigation, and that leads to an arrest. But if the shit already happened and the police happened, I wouldn't have said no motherfucking name, though. I would have played like I said. Like, you feel me? Because that is still, in a way, cooperating in a way, though.
How do you appeal a case without saying any name?
Shit. And that's a big question on niggas appealing and see.
Well, that's what a grievance is. It's the equivalent of an appeal on the street. So how do you appeal something without putting anyone's name in it that was involved in the situation? So you telling me you gonna try to appeal? Cause my homie that was just on here was there when it happened. Bro got a life sentence right now off a body. So you think he gonna be able to appeal something without mentioning anybody, anyone that's involved? You have to cite what the fuck took place.
No,
now for me, I got fucked over anyways. It didn't go through. Nothing happened. But nothing happened with dude either because he already got sentenced to what he already did. The man crashed out in front of the fucking police to get up out of the dorm so we didn't hit him up. So he pulled.
Bro, I heard dude say that.
By fucking hitting me with a brick in front of the police. And because he did that, they searched everyone else and 2 other people got picked up off of what he did.
Here's the question then. So do you regret making the grievance since it didn't even help in your favor? So it's kind of like pointless.
Man, I regretted writing the grievance the second I started getting bucked on food, bro. Motherfuckers don't even know I went through it with the police over the shit more than anything. The dude that fired me up was in the cell with my homie getting his food took. That wasn't nothing. I went through it with the COs about the shit. Because the COs are like, oh, now you want to fuck with us? I bet. So they throwing empty trays in my cell and shit, and then they fucking came through with the gas. Gassed the shit out of me. So it's like, what we talking about? I went through it with the COs more than anything. And you know what's crazy is I pointed out how the COs beat the same kid that fired me up. That's on his behalf. So now what? Oh, you snitched on the police? Like I said, I thought we couldn't do that.
So you gotta put the motherfucking name in the grievance though? I ain't think you have to put a motherfucking name in there.
I mean, bro, you can put whatever the fuck you want to put. Either it's gonna work or it ain't gonna work.
Right.
In my case, it didn't work.
The
so
grievance
ain't not wrote nothing, and it still wouldn't have worked.
The grievance ain't with the nigga that hit you, right? It's really with the COs and them putting you in the hole,
man.
Right?
It's the COs, bro, because the COs is the one that lied and said that I hit him, that I did some shit to him that never happened. The COs was the one that beat everybody. I never got beat because I had a hole in my head. I'm already bleeding. So they beat the fuck out of the kid that fired me up, and then they beat the fuck out of some random shit. So 2 motherfuckers got beat. Only one did something. I didn't get them. But I had to sit there with my hands cuffed behind my back, bleeding out my head, watching these 2 people get beat by the COs. But now, if a motherfucker say, oh, he beating this dude and that dude, if you black, nah, that's just on some fucking, yeah, we ain't gonna let nobody get beat. But, of course, me being me, no, he snitched. You snitching on the police now. The police beat an inmate, though. You snitching on the... But then you got the Kodak black shit. Hey, the police torturing me in here. Now that ain't snitching. They're not supposed to touch you. So which one?
I was about to bring that up. Did you say Kodak was a snitch?
No. Kodak said I was a snitch for talking about his lyrics.
Oh, and then you brought up the grievance shit.
I said, all right, well, if talking about lyrics is snitching, is it snitching how you went and said that the police was doing this and that? I never said it was snitching. I just pointed out the fucking the hypocrisy and what the fuck he's saying. You saying me talking about your lyrics on whose bitch got took is snitching. Nobody.
Yeah, you gonna have a lot of people.
Nobody was jacking that shit though. Nobody said Kodak's a rat. Everybody said, nah, you can't tell on the police.
Hey,
if they beating you in prison, you can't. That ain't telling on them.
We gonna
if the
keep it
police
100.
beat somebody on the street and you record it and you get that cop fired and arrested, that ain't telling on the police. All right, so stand on that shit now.
Well, we gonna keep it 100. Like a lot of people don't like you because you white. Like period. And they be waiting. A lot of motherfuckers be waiting on anything against you. But what I'm gonna say is, if a motherfucker want to call you a rat, bro, because you gave up a name, you kind of can't even get mad at him. Like, it is what it is, because a lot of people gonna move by, man, we don't say names, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, shit, if it happened, it happened. Shit, you feel me? You can't undo it, but don't get mad at motherfucker, because they gonna say, Jay, you always get on people's ass for when they make statements and say names and shit. Now, I understand what a grievance is, but a lot of these people don't. So it's like, shit, you kind of can't even get mad at the motherfucker.
I promise I'm not even the one that's mad. The ones that's mad is the ones that's looking at me still getting money. Them the ones that's mad. It's just like I told bro. They said that I snitched on the smoke shop. I never even worked at. Because somebody made a fake video like a year ago and motherfuckers is still talking about it. And that video been got deleted. But motherfuckers still gonna say the shit. So it's like, you know? Like, boom, you got somebody in the comments right now that said I told on the prisons on live, right? So they said I told on the prisons. Mind you, I just did a video on this kid because he was sucking dick in juvie and then snitched on his co-defendant. But they saying that it's snitching on the prison by saying that, yeah, the CO is bringing drugs. How that snitching? That's a common statement. And if you say, yeah, inmates was stabbing shit over here, how that snitching?
This shit just crazy, man. Like, this shit is crazy. How long ago this shit happened?
2014. Damn near 10 years ago.
This shit come up before, though? I swear
Bro, I talked about this shit in my videos 4 years ago. Like, I
think the new thing that everybody,
reports.
I think the thing that's making this shit go crazy is just because the grievance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you might have talked about it, but I don't think nobody really seen the grievance.
Yeah, I ain't seen
everybody. So now everybody trying to figure out is writing the grievance snitching or not. You know how that shit go.
Yeah, ain't worry about none of that. Ain't none of my people tripping off that shit at all.
Right. I mean, two of them just hopped on the live, and it seemed like, you know what I'm saying? They standing with it.
Bro, them was the ones I was in there with. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers know how it go. Motherfuckers know when they was dropping kites on us, getting us put out the dorm. So it's like, you know? And just to clarify, like, we ain't on here dissing the zoes and none of that shit. Like, this was just a war inside of the prison. I still know some zoes that I fuck with to this day. I was at Sumter, Lancaster, Appalachia, whatever. But in that current situation, we was at war with them boys.
Hey, the zoes going crazy on the internet. The zones going crazy, the motherfucker on the internet. They couldn't wait for no shit like that.
Hey, I mean, for some people, it's like, you know, it's like a scab, you know, like motherfuckers never really get over it, but they just feel some type of way, you know, because motherfuckers was really getting hit behind that shit. Like, people were really getting fucked up in there. So it's like, it was real deal war. They getting cut, poked, flipped, fired up, whatever. So, you know, it is what it is. Everybody went home with their scars and shit, and fucking, it is what it is.
Damn, man, I wish you ain't say that name, bro. So basically, Remo, if that nigga didn't say no name, it'd be a whole different story.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
They still would say that shit.
What?
I think that's where it's at too. I feel like, all right, look, because niggas is vouching at the grievance shit. They saying, all right, niggas is writing grievances all the time and shit. But I think the thing that's throwing niggas off is that you told that the dude harmed you in prison, and then you wrote like, help me please. So niggas is like, man, that's telling. But you know, niggas gonna have their side and how they feel about that shit. Like, but niggas say people write grievances all the time. That's what they saying in the comments. And
yeah, niggas.
But some niggas saying fuck all that grievances, any of that shit snitching. You shouldn't even be writing no grievance.
Oh well, every jail nigga rat did because I know a grievance is a nigga in jail best friend to get out shit, bro. Like we gonna keep it 100. Like you can ask Taste that any of them niggas. Like you ain't getting the right, if COs mistreat you in there or you feel like you been in a hole too long, or niggas writing grievances, bro. Period. It ain't like no statement that you a victim. You feel me? It ain't no victim.
So it's just what you say specifically in the grievance is what people gonna be really looking at.
And what people are really looking at is the fact that Jake said the name. That's why I said, damn, you feel me? If you ain't say no name, this wouldn't even really be a story. Like motherfuckers would be clout chased, but for the fact that you did, like you can't even get mad that a motherfucker feel that way. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like shit.
I feel like they wanted me to write a gangster grievance or something. Like they wanted me to be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna bust his head when I get at him, but you know, can y'all let me out? Like I don't know how a motherfucker think that's gonna work behind the walls. Same thing when you in the courts. You finna write it how you. Same thing Kodak did. Yeah, I was getting abused in here.
Yo,
that's K-Frog.
What's up with you?
What's up, motherfucker? Where you been at?
You know I had to jump on here, man. Let them know how that grievance work. You hear me?
What's good?
Hey, you gotta let them know how that shit work for real. Hey, a grievance is like a complaint. You feel me? You can write a grievance on anything. Like it don't matter what it is. A CO could take this shirt from you, and you can write a grievance to get that motherfucking shirt back. Not saying it'll work, but you know what I'm saying? Like anything. You feel me? Like when I got caught with a banger, I wrote a grievance while I was in the box to get that fucking banger off me and get out of the box. That's what everybody does. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, let me ask you this. Couldn't he have said, I got hit, but I don't know who the fuck hit me?
Yeah, but the fact is, with his situation, his bro did that shit in front of the police. So they already know who hit 1090.
So he kind of told on the show.
Yeah, he did a check-in stunt. He hit that boy in front of the officers, so they already knew who had hit him. So it really is like you gonna write that grievance as smooth as you can, cause that's your chance to appeal that motherfucker one time. That's it. You know, like it'd be different if they didn't know who popped them and left him with that patch he got. You know what I'm saying?
I don't be talking about my patch, bro. You only talking about that.
for a 5-to-1 risk ratio, which means they're only sending me
And I know that